Hello, Jesse Good here, and my apologies for being a bit behind on the Marvel-thon. Next movie is the 5th MCU film, Captain America the First Avenger from 2011. At one point, this was my favorite of the MCU movies, but does it still hold up? Well, it's a good period piece. The first half of the movie is great, but unfortunately the movie gets a bit stale in the middle and sort of staggers toward the end. Chris Evans is a perfect Steve Rogers, and you feel for him. Unlike Thor or the Hulk in their first movies, his motivations are clear, and he's incredibly likable as a main character. Peggy Carter is also a fun co-actress, and Sebastian Stan is introduced here as Bucky. He looks pretty different than his Winter Soldier counterpart, to the point where I didn't recognize him at first. I totally forgot Tommy Lee Jones was in this movie, and he's alright as the stern colonel. Like I said earlier, the second half of the movie almost falls apart, and that's the more actiony parts, interestingly enough. There's a lot of stuff going on that the plot becomes convoluted with less character moments, there's weird cuts, and Red Skull just isn't an interesting villain in the movie. I know he's immensely popular in the comics, and Hugo Weaving is a great actor, but the villain development in this movie is just not there like most MCU movies. That's quite a shame, really. All in all, I'd rate this one a 7 out of 10. It's not as good as I remember, but it's still a fun period piece and a good introduction to Captain America. LEGO didn't make sets for this, and Mega Bloks ended up making 4. They were just random stuff once again, so if you ever think LEGO's MCU sets are inaccurate, take a look at Mega Bloks' launch. If LEGO didn't make sets on this movie, I feel they would have done 2, since it did get a smaller marketing push than Thor. The first one would be Hydra Chase from the first act with Captain America, Heinz Kruger, and Peggy Carter. Heinz would get that retro-style car, and knowing LEGO, even though Captain America shouldn't be in his outfit in the set, they'd give it to him anyways. The second would be a $30 Red Skull vs. Captain America, which would have Red Skull, Cap, Bucky, and a Hydra soldier, with a Hydra tank and maybe a restraint to rescue Bucky from. Knowing LEGO, they would mesh different scenes together to pull this off. Anyways, what did you guys think of this movie? Which sets would you make? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Bye.